So today's really, really cool. I have the opportunity to work on one of my actual clients. I've done her for a lot of years, so she's so nice to come here and do a real time with me. You could see how I work from start to finish and change out all her nails in a real time. So here we go. Okay. It's more quiet than my normal appointment. Usually there's a ton of noise in the background, especially in the salon I work at here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just a heads up on still your hair.
My hair.
Yep.
Okay. Your nails did good. They're like, oh, 4 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, they're very good. They always do good though. Okay, again, I know this is a real time, but you see how I always push back her cuticle and you could see where all the protein growth's at. That's important. I never skip that step. Okay, I'm going to my safety bit. I guess I need my dust extractor. Let me get it really quick. I'm gonna set this right here. When I use this dust extractor, I have to put my seat up higher.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Do you want your nails shortened as much as they grew, or a little bit more? Okay.
As much as they grew.
I think I'm gonna shorten them first. Do you have family Disney every Wednesday?
No, we just go a lot. It just happened to be the day.
That's cool.
The family.
I love it.
Decided to go this week.
The weather's perfect. Well, it's cold, but it's nice.
Yeah.
You won't be.
But it's nice when it's cold. It's not too hot.
Mm-hmm. You know, I always do this different. Sometimes I shorten her nails first. It just depends on my mood that day. Sometimes I shorten them as I go. Lately this past week, I've been shortening first because I'm in the rhythm of it. So I do things a little different here and there. You never question me though, right? You don't.
No.
She's like, she's a professional.
I say, do what you do.
Okay, so this is one of her dimensions. And I just asked my client, if you feel any heat or you feel uncomfortable, let me know. But it is very rare that I hurt you guys. I know that. But if I do, it's like maybe one time and it scares me just as much as it scares you. This is a cool color.
Yeah, very nice. It was perfect for Hawaii.
Yeah. You notice every time you come back from Hawaii, your polishes are a little lighter than when I did them.
Yes.
Like they lighten.
Yeah, they fade a little bit.
The sun is so different there. So do you like where your dimensions are? Do you want to change them to a different nail, or do you care? What do you think? Let me see what you have now. You have 2 and 2?
2 and 3.
2 and 3? Oh, there's one. Okay, cool.
I like where they are.
Okay.
You can leave them the same.
Okay.
Unless you want to change it to show.
No, I kind of like the placement on them right now. I think I changed them last time. Alrighty. My station's a little brighter than this too. I think it's my slim light I put a little closer.
Yeah.
So I don't fine detail her shape of her nails yet. I just get them in the area I want. Your nails are super healthy too for constantly wearing dimension nails. They're super thick and healthy.
Yeah, I've never had any type of nail damage. I always feel very healthy.
You okay?
Yep, I'm good.
I don't know if you said on camera, but how long have you been going to Melissa?
How long? Like
8.5.
8.5? Yeah,
Right
about,
before the Ryan and Lacey's wedding.
so 8.5 years?
So probably 8.5 years.
Yes.
Long
Like
time.
a year after I had moved to Southern California. I met Sam first, her daughter, and then,
Now the whole family.
yes, I love it. I know she's one of my favorites, actually. I'm just going to be honest. But those of you who know me and have followed me know that I still do clients in California. So she's one that I've had the opportunity to keep living in Vegas now. Little different. Okay, let me make sure this is on. And again, I always have a new arbor band. Always have a new arbor band. I'm going to go to like 6,000 RPMs. Between 5 or 6 is great. Seems like this one's a little different speed than mine. Okay, so I'll get as close to the cuticle as I can with this bit. So if you notice I didn't get all her color off in some spots, it's not a big deal, because when you try to get it off with a carbide bit or a safety bit, sometimes it takes off too much. So I rely on my next bit, which this is a 150 grit arbor band, and it comes off perfect at that point. And I'm not digging into her nail. Okay, next finger.
So if I can ask you.
Yeah, ask me some questions.
Well, I was actually gonna ask. I was gonna ask your client.
Ask Kim.
Kim, why have you stayed with Melissa for a little over 8 years?
I have always had my nails done since I was pretty young, and I love that they don't chip or break or crack, and they always look great. But previous products damage the nail themselves, and I don't want my nails damaged. So when I started going to Melissa, I realized that they don't damage underneath. So, and my nails always look beautiful.
Okay. And I don't hurt you.
No, she doesn't hurt me.
Have you ever wore hard gel before? I did you were you primarily acrylic and soft gel, like gel polish? I don't remember.
I had mostly done soft gel polish.
Yeah. Okay.
I had acrylic way back when, but very, very long time ago.
What's the difference of the feel of acrylic as opposed to gel to you?
Totally feel different. The gel feels just completely natural.
No, okay, I agree. That's why I wear it a lot too. I love to teach acrylic. I will use it for certain reasons, but gel is my favorite for those reasons too.
And I know on occasion I would break a nail with the gel on, and it would hurt so bad, and it would go so low, and I have not had that issue.
Yay!
At all with the hard gel.
Young Nails does have amazing products. That's why I've used them for so long.
And you typically go in for a fill every like 4 weeks, or is that like on the longer?
Well, before I moved or when I moved?
Yeah.
Well, actually both.
I've done all different. I mean, normally right now we do every 3 weeks because that's how often Melissa comes to California. But I've gone 8 weeks before because of vacation schedules and stuff.
And her nails are still on, just grown out.
Yeah.
Like she comes back. We plan for it like I asked her what color she was in the mood for this time. She's one that will typically give me like maybe a color or see what I have and say I like this, or I like these colors, do what you want. So we're gonna do more nudes. We're gonna do like a sheer white, maybe a little blushy white with some encapsulation, but still look really neutral. So if when it grows out, you won't see the growth. So a lot of times I don't know what they want. I don't ask my clients what they want before they get there. Usually I'm making my mind up while I'm doing their nails, or they show me a picture, and while I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I am thinking of what I'm going to put on them. So,
which is funny because that's kind of like that is something that you do a lot. It's kind of like a Melissa trademark. You kind of just say you wing it on the spot, and it's pretty cool to see. Yeah,
I do totally I make it up as I go, and I change my mind in the middle of it too sometimes. I'm like, no, I'm gonna add this.
And I usually just say I kind of like these colors. The rest is up to you. Because everything comes out beautifully.
Thank you. Okay, now my protein bond. I see one little spot I want to file. Got a little color here. That is just because the light is a little different when we film. Okay. So I always start at the free edge so I could go fast. I find when I go apply starting at the cuticle, I flood the cuticle and it takes me longer, which could cause two things, lifting or contact dermatitis. So I like to start from the bottom and just roll like this. I put 2 coats on everybody. Like her nails, I'm 99% sure she has thick, nice nails that they would not lift. I just don't like to find out if they do. I put 2 on everybody for added insurance. And my second coat is much thinner. So I don't think I've ever told you, but this is what makes your nails stay on. Oh. Partly was what really makes them adhere and bond to what I just prepped. So without this, I've forgot it at a house call before. And when I was filing, I saw them start to lift and I was like, oh. So then I filled them with gel and just prayed. I didn't say anything. And when I came back, they were all on, but when I filed, they were starting to lift a little, but they didn't know that. So it's really important to have base. I mean, to have protein bond. Yeah, protein bond and base for that matter.
Well, you've used in very, very rare, I think one circumstance, you did have to use base kind of as a protein bond substitute, I believe. There was a story, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's what I did with my house call. I didn't have that.
And it's not a substitute, but it's a...
Well, if I was missing both, I would have had to like reschedule or just don't waste her time and my time putting the nails on. It wouldn't last from that point. Okay, so go ahead and go under. Okay.
But that is the importance of protein bond.
Protein bond and base combined, or protein bond with acrylic, or any enhancement for that matter. Right now OWC is going on, and one of the girls said, I see people who use other lines, they use this protein bond. So I knew it had to be good. She's really, really new. She's like, it doesn't matter what line, they all use this protein bond. I'm like, yeah, they know what's up. It works amazing. Okay, go ahead and go under. So I protein bond all 10, and then now I'm going to build. Let's do this. I'm gonna use the tubes today. Okay, go ahead and come out. So I'm going to fill all the ones that I am not going to do a dimension on. So that's kind of a trick I do, so then that way I don't get glitter or anything on the other ones that are going to be nude or clean. So I'll go ahead and do this.
Which gel is this one?
This one is Concealer Pink and the Precision, I can't even talk today, Precision Gel, Synergy Gel. And because the reason why I picked this color, and I'll literally change her color every appointment if I decide on we're gonna do like a different nude or a different color I want to emit through the polish. If it's a sheer, being that we're going with blushes, I kind of went with the pink. Okay, go ahead and go under. And do you notice how I don't have her come in and out? She pretty much, I leave her in there till I'm ready for her next nail. That way they're not touching anything or messing up their nails. Plus they're getting perfect cure time at that point.
And because we have two lights, you're not interrupted by any of the light being in the way.
Yes, I've always had two lights since you've known me, right? And I think a lot of people when they first come to me, they're like, oh, you have two lights. I'm like, so it's rare? It just helps. I think it helps me to go a little faster, to be more comfortable, and to have the middle open and my client just go to the side. I also think it cures more natural because when you have one light, you're kind of sideways or you're like this in it, and it's not curing that great at that point. Okay, go ahead and go under. I'm gonna check my work really quick and see if I have to add. I might add just a tad bit right there.
So you're learning the secrets of the trade today,
Yes.
Kim.
I know. I've never told her what I was doing. We just do it and talk, you know.
Yes. The reasons behind everything.
Yeah. So I like to build it up a tad bit higher than I would if it was going to be just all polish or a glitter press. And the reason being when you file her nails after the dimensions, I want the thickness to be all the same. So I make sure that the height is the same on all of them. And those are perfect. So you don't have to go back under, and you could actually come out with your other hand. So it didn't get a full cure, it's just getting a flash cure so it doesn't move on me. So now let's do her design. Let's see. Of course, my nudes, right? So we'll use, I'll turn them all upside down so they could see what I'm using. Numero Uno. We're using Star Sand, of course, and Crushed Pearls, my favorite colors, and Chonky Chonk. So, and I'm going to make like a little cloudy pink and a little cloudy white real quick. So real-time custom mixing in front of your client. I didn't pre-mix anything at all, but this is literally how I work in salon, right? You see me do all this right here. Let's see, I'm gonna do my Mission Control Fizz, and then I'm going to put a little bit of concealer pink and get clear Sculptor. So let me mix this here so you can see on camera. I'm gonna move these to the side right now. Okay, so I'm gonna make some colors here. So this is just clear Sculptor. I'm gonna make two different colors. And I always make more than I need just in case. This is enough for all 10 actually, what I just did right now. But that's all good. Then let's do concealer pink on one because I just want a pale pink to kind of shade it out. But I want it a little more runny than this and not quite as pink. And then I want a sheer white to kind of tint this a little. So I a lot of the times do have a container with this pre-mixed, but I go through it so fast. I'm gonna leave a little white on here because I think that'll be cute with the pink. But I do mix in front of my clients all the time, just like I'm doing right now. I call it freestyling. You're making it up and doing it right in front of them. And those are like really soft colors. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter to this one. This is Numero Uno. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be cute. So let me show you what I'm doing on camera. So it'll put a little bit of a shimmer. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't plan on this, but I changed my mind during it because I could just tell when I'm mixing it, like what color I want it to emit. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, we'll use that color. So that give it a little shimmer to it. Okay. So I'm gonna use all my glitters raw. I'm gonna take these out and pick the ones I want out of here. I always take out more than I need. I usually have it on a paper towel and then I'm able to pour it back in. When I teach, I just pour it out so you could see better. So let me see one of your hands. What I'm going to start with is a glitter press on one of them. So I'll do the fine colors in the background. And I'll do the fine look. So honestly, it's no rhyme or reason, but I'm not placing them in the same place. I'm just using my imagination from this point. Okay, one sec, let me get a tab. So let me push this in. So it's just a little tab here. So it presses in the glitter. I think I want a little more chunk here. Yeah, okay, go ahead and go under. And then let's see this side. So I'm putting it into the cured tacky layer. So it's just random what I'm doing. So I'm creating a background. I'm gonna do like a little bit of a soft opal look. Let's come here. Okay. Make sure her sides are clean. Thank you, Cam, go under. Now I'm gonna put this to the side and go ahead and come out. Now I'm gonna take my base gel and I'm gonna use my custom gels I made. And I don't know if you could see this on camera, but that color is super pretty. It's really pretty. I forgot about that color. When I started looking around for a color, I'm like, oh yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna take base and I'm going to go, get my hair out of the way, go Cuticle to Free Edge, and I'm not going to cure it. I'm gonna leave it wet. So that way I could put the chunky pieces I would like in there. And I'm not gonna overpower it either. It's gonna be pretty soft. You could come out of the light. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get this. Pick the pieces I like. I think I want a big piece there. So really I'm just placing pieces where I think they'll be pretty. Again, I'm not being super picky about it. I'm just moving it around to see how I like the look of it. Let's do some little slippers on the side. This is one of my favorite colors, the way it glows. And it has a little green, so St. Patty's Day, you're gonna be safe. You're gonna be safe, for sure. But not like overpowering, it's really soft. Okay. I think I want a bigger piece right there. Let me find one I like. I kind of like that piece. Okay, go ahead and go under. Let's see this one. And I typically book an hour and a half for Kim and I because I do her toes as well. So that's about what I mean, I used to go so fast. I still could be fast, but I'm too old for that. I need to make sure I have at least an hour for short nails. And if I have to do them faster, I can. But, okay, so let's get our little thing.
So an hour and a half for a fill and toes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. And then sometimes too, if I have it scheduled for that, I'll be honest, like if I know I could get her done faster, I'll take that time to recuperate unless she needs to be out by a certain time. Because I'm usually, when I'm in California working, I'm on a grind that I don't leave my station. Matter of fact, you guys bring me drinks, water, everything. I appreciate it. So I love the water bottle you gave me for Christmas too. I use that at my station all the time because it's big enough to hold what I want.
Yeah, it's giant.
Yes.
And it has a straw.
And it does. I'm obsessed. I was being stubborn about purchasing one of those. I'm like, I am not. I've bought every water bottle. So it's actually my favorite. I'm not going to lie. It's amazing. I might buy one more to just keep at work. So I'm not taking it back and forth to beside my bed and work. Go ahead and go under. Okay, I'm going to put one more coat of base because I think I want to add, let me see, I just want to wet this a little. I have a little base on my brush and I think I want to put a little bit of crushed pearls on top of a couple of them, because I don't want just total bling. Then I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to drizzle it. Take my white, come this direction, white. I don't want to overpower it, it's just for a dimension is all I'm creating. Then you could see sometimes I add as I look at it. That actually looks really soft. Okay, so I'm going to, is this one a smaller one? Yes. Let's open this. I'm not gonna put a big white line. I want it very fine on a couple. This is just gonna add depth. I'm just gonna kind of drizzle it in there a little. Again, I'm not gonna be picky with it. I just want a little bit of depth in here. And I just like the smoky look. I think it's super pretty. Okay, go ahead and go under. Let's see your other. A little bit of base. In case I want to add something on these. I like the length of your nails right now too. Yeah, it's good. Make it a little crushed pearl. Put them over a couple of them. I know you can't see it that great when I do this now, but when I encapsulate it, those are gonna look like they're floating. Even this right here, I know you can see on the camera, I'm gonna leave it because I want that reflection. So that's a great tip right there. This color's pretty. I can't wait to see when I put the Build pink on top of it. A little bit of white right here. That one's sticking up a little, does not matter. Okay, let's add a little sparkle there. My thumb, I always use it for this, huh?
It's your palette.
And I have the rings and everything, but I don't use them all the time. Sometimes I don't have the time to grab them. Oh, that's okay. That's what happens with our clients. You're totally fine. Okay. I kind of don't, oh, I'm gonna drop my brush. Kind of don't like it. It's too white, so I'm gonna lighten it a little and put a piece of this in there and a little bit of this. Okay, I like that better. So let's see. Shake it a little. I like that color. Okay, go ahead and go under. Okay, I'll move this to the side. Clean my thumb off. Go ahead and come out. Move all my stuff out of the way. You know how I am. I'm always getting my stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to come in with Build Pink. Let's get this. This is when you really know what it's going to look like. They're super soft, very neutral, but have enough color at the same time. Let me get my little palette back. I need to wipe my brush. So, perfect. If you notice, I don't like take my time applying this. I just make sure I have enough in the right spots. If it looks thick, I really don't care. It files very easy. Go ahead and go under. So I just kind of pay attention to what I'm covering and how fast the gel's moving. For instance, I had to go under after one. It's because the gel was moving kind of fast and I didn't want it to go in her cuticles. So that actually saves you when you watch to see how the gel's moving. Okay, go ahead. Let's see this side. So I know a lot of people, when they see me work, they're like, her work is a little, they've actually said, it looks a little sloppy when she works. Not dirty, but sloppy. There's a reason why I work like this. It's not getting on her skin or anything. What it is, it's for the speed. If I sit here and make the whole process pretty for them to see the process pretty, we're gonna be here a very long time. So it's just about having that vision and knowing you could file it. It's always better to have too much than not enough. Just remember that, because then you have to stop, prep, add again. It's just, the clock is rolling from then. Okay, that one's not moving back.
And I don't think you mind, Kim, that the nails look a little in progress when they're...
No, because they look beautiful when they're done.
That's what matters, right? Yes. You know, it's funny because I have built a new clientele in Vegas. I'm having to say, okay, it's gonna look like I'm practicing on you right now. I'm not, it's just part of the process. At the end, it's gonna look like the picture you showed me, I promise you. So sometimes you just need to give them some comfort so they're not squirming in their chairs thinking, oh my God, how much am I paying for these nails? Or like, oh, is she gonna know what she's doing at the end here? Okay, so 1 minute here, and she'll be under there for the minute. While she's under there, I'm getting ready for my next step. Now, typically I do empty this. She's still not at her minute. She's only at 30 some, so I'll do this, empty it. It's a lot just from taking off what I did because this was cleaned before. It's actually a pretty mess. So I'm going to just fold this and then I'll open it again when I hand file her. Just kind of fast. Okay, go ahead and come out.
Both or just one?
That one you can come out now too. Wipe off my sticky residue with swipe. Okay, next hand. Change my bit. I use an X-Cut. This is a brand new one, so you'll get to see me season it. So I'll turn it on. I'm gonna go about 12,000 RPMs. I'm gonna come right here and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's all you need to take off those sharp edges, and see how it won't cut at that point. If you do not do this, it'll kick back and you'll probably be afraid to use this bit. Okay. I feel like the speed on this is a little different than mine. That feels like 12 right there. Okay. And see how like I sliced into some of her, it sounds crazy, slice, but cut into her mylar because it was sticking up higher, but it gives it a really cool facet. So that's why I don't care if stuff is sticking up higher. I think that's how I get a really good dimension to my dimensional work.
I have to ask him, when Melissa told you that she was moving to Vegas,
I was very sad.
were you a little freaked out?
I was very sad.
But you were...
I was sad too.
But you guys made it work.
We made it work.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hard because that's just a little insight, like now that you open that subject, to develop a clientele, relationships with your clientele, the people. At first you meet them, you enjoy doing their nails, but then you become closer and you actually care and love a lot of your clients. It's pretty hard to leave. It is. But I feel grateful, and It is hard. It's funny because I was talking to Eric on the way here, and like I'm like, okay, so what are you thinking? He's like, get us to June, not April, Melissa, June. And I'm like, you're right. He's so nervous about it too because this is his first time experiencing that, and he's sensitive, so it's going to be emotional. I'm like, but I'm still going to come to California, get my hair done and stuff, so I might narrow my day down to one day of my favorite clients. That way I can pay for my hair. That's good. No, so it'll work out.
So
It's
you
just,
come down to California to get your hair done?
Well, I come down to California every month, so I get my hair done. I now get everything else done there, but my hair, that's a hard one.
Really hard to find a new hairdresser.
It's
too.
scary. And I wish I could just take all of my clients, especially the ones I have now, and like still do them. If I lived an hour and a half away, call me crazy, I would travel that 3 times a week. And that would just, I would just work those 3 days, have my same clientele. I love them, go home to where I live. But unfortunately, yeah, I can't come here every week from Vegas.
Yeah.
But at least I live close enough to California. It was our home forever, so I'll be back a lot. So I do it. I use my e-file a lot to kind of get their nails straighter. Just helps me to go faster. Okay, let's do this one. I'm gonna come up over.
Over?
Oh no, just relax it. There you go. I have a different dust extractor, so it's a little different on top of this. Mine's built in. They don't sell it anymore. I'm gonna have to break ways with it though because it's not performing as good as it used to. But this one's a good one. For a tabletop, it is a very good one. Let me go a little more right here.
Did the e-file ever scare you, Kim?
With
No.
me? No.
Because I know some people are a little iffy about it, having it on their hands and a little scared.
I think it's who's behind the chair
Yeah,
too.
I think it's because I trust her.
Because
I don't think I'd do it with anybody else.
Yeah.
Or somebody I didn't know, but they knew what
Yeah.
they were doing.
Patty's a mentor with us, and she's actually went to Patty a few times to
Yes.
get her nails done too. I've seen
I love Patty too.
there. Yeah. Patty just lives a little further. Her shop is a little further.
It's just really nice having like an actual client here.
Yeah.
I know. This is fun to have like a, yeah. Probably different for Kim though. She doesn't buy, but she's oh my gosh, Melissa, what are we gonna do? Thanks for coming in. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. Kim was out of town when I was here to do my private clients here, and so and then they were doing the floors because I was going to do her on Sunday. So I'm like, oh no. So I talked to Aviv and Tracy, and they're like, yeah. And I think it's great because you're watching me work on an actual client I work on all the time. And you notice that when they look thick to me, I go back to the eye formation. I literally practice what I preach. This is how I do nails. Somebody asked me, do you actually like do that, or do you just... I hold underneath too and on top. That I do both, but I do practice what I preach. That's what made me a fast nail tech and a good nail tech.
When I think as a client, the thickness is very important because when they look too thick, they look fake.
Yes, you want them to look natural, or as natural as possible. I know, I agree. And a thin tip. I like my tip really thin too. So you could pick up a credit card or something if it falls. Okay, I'm gonna compare them all. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, I like this one. I think your thumb's my favorite. I always have a favorite dimension now. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to my arbor band. What this is going to do is kind of fine tune it for me so I don't have to hand file so much, and I put it on 9,000 RPMs with a 150 grit, medium grit arbor band. So see how it just fine tunes it for me and kind of gets it really flush around her cuticle. Looked a little fat there, so that's why I'm spending a little more time. When I use my arbor band at this point, I do go hand under because I'm not really taking down a lot of bulk. All I'm doing is blending everything in.
Curious, Kim, do you ever have your nails free of any product at any point, or do you have them consistently?
No, they haven't been free of product since COVID.
I know! She was one of my first clients I did again after. She was one of my clients that I had to send videos to of how to cut their nails off.
Yes.
Really?
And before that, you've had them on forever too.
And they were green.
Oh, because it was St. Patty's Day. We all had green on. Oh my God, I remember. Everybody had like some form of green on or something on that they're like, I'm never wearing this color again in my life. Oh my gosh. Has that been like 4 years or 3 years?
4 years, yeah.
4 years.
March 2020 was the actual lockdown.
Yes.
No wonder, because I had went to Dubai just before that, and that was coming. Somebody I taught there sent me a picture. This was in my memories when you were here. I'm like, that was such a cool trip. Remember that trip? That was one of my favorite. But yeah, that's been my last international trip actually. I haven't been since. That's okay. I'm cool.
Well, you did a lot of traveling before COVID. You guys used to go to a bunch of...
Oh, I've traveled a lot. Yeah, we all have. I still travel. I'm here right now, but it's just not another country right now. I like it. Nails is a universal language. Doesn't matter where they're from. All I need is a translator, and I could show up, teach anybody, right? It's fun. I have this app that I use. It's actually really cool. I talk into it and it talks out in Spanish, and then when they talk, it talks back to me in English.
That's awesome.
Oh, very cool.
I really like it. Pretty cool.
So I think you came to having nails constantly kind of debunks the whole nails need to breathe.
Nails do not have lungs.
Right, especially with the right product. So with other products it would damage, but with this product it's not. My nails are still very healthy underneath.
Yeah, like product and tech combination, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now I'm going to fine tune file.
You may not have an answer for this, Kim, but what is your favorite part of the surface? Of the surface? Is it freestyling, the filing, or
When it's done.
Or when it's done, perhaps?
Well, when it's done, you can see the final product.
It might be when it's done.
But with Melissa, the freestyling is very cool because I am a very non-artistic person. So to see her work with her artistic abilities is cool to me.
To watch, thank you. That's a good question, right? I've never asked my clients that. But if you ask me, I'd be like, yes, when it's done, because I'm super happy. It looks good and enjoyed my visit, but it's time to go. I'm like that with my hair too. I really don't like getting my hair done, but I love my hairdresser, right?
Yes.
And the best part's seeing it done and loving your hair. A little different from a facial. A facial, you come out feeling good, but you look a little tore up. You don't leave looking great yet.
That's what I got right now.
That's what you got right now. So, client profile. Do I ever skip this step? Never,
No,
huh?
never.
Has anybody ever done this to you before me? This way?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's very different. And I think it's partly, well, I know it's what makes your nails look more natural, shape very even with your sidewalls. It just makes them look like your nails would look if they grew out natural. Right. So I just follow your nail growth with it. I used to not do this for the first 10 years of my career. I didn't even know about it. So when I started doing this, it took my nails to a whole different level.
But that's the beauty of continuing education, right?
I still get continued education right now. I never quit learning in this industry. I learn something for sure every week, multiple usually, but there's never a time I don't learn something new. And just when you think that you've learned a lot, there's always something new or something else coming out. And that's what keeps it fun for me. I'd be bored if, like, I was getting bored when pink and white was just the thing. I would do everybody's nails pink and white. I would do red polish, pink polish, and like nude. That's all that was popular, remember? And I would do that all day, every day. And that's about the time I got my first training with Young Nails. I remember Greg answered the phone. He's like, hey, have you ever taken any of our classes? I'm like, no. He's like, I have a class this weekend. What is it? Imagination art. And I literally said, I hate art. Yeah. Coming from me. But back then it was pinstriping and stones. And I was like, it wasn't my thing. You know, I'm more of a dimensional or color person. So I went to the class because he told me he would give me a really big discount if I didn't like the class and my money back for the class. So that's what I went to the class for. I ended up staying. I don't think I've ever told you this, but I ended up staying and paying for the next day class. It was Tracy's first class she ever taught, and I wanted to learn how to do her gel toes. So that was the beginning of my career, and the first class I didn't fall asleep on my whole career.
Oh, wow.
I was like obsessed. And needless to say, I got just a 10% discount, and I paid for another class and a room, but the best decision I ever made in my life. So you find that educator for you that you could relate to, or a style or technique, and you could go a really long way with it.
How different would your life have been if you didn't go to that class?
You know, yeah, I would always probably have a full clientele because I did good nails, but the polish work I do now, like the shape, like from their view too and all that, and just all the new stuff, I would be bored for sure, and probably have carpal tunnel because I wouldn't have changed my posture. Because I used to do nails like this. Yeah. Like, because it seemed more comfortable to me, and then I'd be like, I can't turn this way. Yeah, now I never get stiff necks, so it changed a lot of my career. I'm very grateful. And go a little down more, kind of high still. There, that's much better.
I was checking the camera. I was like, you seem a lot taller.
I know. Sorry.
No.
They're all watching my mouth.
No. You're good. You're good.
When I use the dust extractor, I have to go higher with my chair because otherwise my shoulders are up high.
No, it was not bad. I just noticed it a little bit. It still looked good.
Okay, now this one I really made it crooked, but I fixed it. Sometimes when you're looking at it the other way, the way you hold the nail, it seems like it's straight, but when you turn it this way, you see that it's a little off. Okay, this one I go up. I'll probably be out of camera for a minute. It's the only one I have to go up with. Okay, cool. Got that straight, so I'll just blend it all in here. Okay, let me check it out. Yeah, this is my hardest nail to make straight. There we go. Okay. Get ready for everything else. Wait, hold on. Now what I do, I don't dust her nails off usually. I'll dust off one so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I do her cuticle work now. And I do it about on 6. Maybe 7 on this one, 6 or 7. And watch how clean her cuticles are gonna be now. So imagine painting like a color and it being a little off back here. This is partly what helps my cuticle work and my polish job look pretty flawless, because I always come in and do cuticle work after, not before. I did a little before just to kind of make sure I got off the skin that was in the corners, the protein growth and cuticle that grew out. This is satisfying. I love when I do this to myself. Okay, do this side. So I include this in my cost. I don't give my clients options, which my clients would want it anyway, but I don't give them an option for cuticle work or not, because there's a couple reasons. The way her nails are gonna perform, the aesthetics look, the look of it's gonna look more flawless. They're gonna be happier, and that's your name walking out the door. So they're your walking advertisement, whether they don't realize or not they are. I'm sure she goes gets coffees or whatever, people are like, oh my gosh, your nails. So that's partly, all of that plays into a factor by doing this little extra work. Okay. And for those of you that are like a little nervous for getting really close to the cuticle, with this you could do it in confidence. It's a 150 grit. It's not a carbide bit, so you'll be fine doing it. Okay, let's turn this off. Okay, I'll get rid of my dust. And then I'm going to swipe her nails. Oops, sorry. There you go. Okay, I always swipe after. It changes the pH balance. It'll show me where her cuticle's at, or if I need to get a little closer on anything. Make sure these are all really straight. I'm just checking my work real quick. Okay. So I guess I am a perfectionist, but I don't want it to cost me like a lot of time. So sometimes I can't see it as well when it's dusty, so I come back and just check my work. And there was a couple spots that I got better, so dust that off. Now I'm gonna go into Protein Bond. Get my orange wood stick, Protein Bond. Before that, let me see her cuticles if I need to trim anything. Very little, but she does have a little. We usually do. But your bits take care of most of it. I do have a round bit too. Her cuticles are never really bad. Probably because I do this every time.
Yes.
And you wear oil all the time.
Yes.
Okay, let's go into Protein Bond. This is an extra thing I do. You don't have to do this. But I like it because it's added insurance that your polish is going to stay on great. Plus, you could see your dimensional nails, like the little scratches kind of come out of it. The top coat will cover a lot of that. However, I think it's more glass effect or really clear when you use Protein Bond with it. So that's why I do it. It'll also eliminate, for sure, the gel polish pilling, depending on what you're using. Okay, let's go into your color. I put Top Coat, ManiQ Top, always on my dimensional nails first. The reason why I do this, in case I need to glitter press or in case I need to add anything. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of a line just so I could add a dimension, just a little bit. So let me grab this and I'm gonna put it in wet gel. And this is Mission Control. I'm just gonna kind of, and this is just gonna give it a little bit more of a dimension. Okay, go ahead and go under. Okay. Ooh, that one's cute. Your nails are super soft for what you're going to be doing, so it's perfect. And you'll still have a little style to them.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, wipe my thumb off. Let's go into your gel polish. I'm gonna do a pink layer and see what it looks like. I'm gonna make it a little blushy with pink and sheer white. I'm gonna kind of layer it. Or we might keep it pink. I'll let you choose. I'll show you what it looks like both ways. This is one of my favorite colors too. I have Sheer Pink 102. See the difference? This one's a little beigeier and this one's pinker. I like them both.
I think I had that color.
You've had it before
a couple
too.
times.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and go under. Let me see your other. So, that's the employee bill. We make all our product here.
Oh.
Like the building you went to first is like where gel's packaged and acrylics.
I don't think I
Did you hit it
right, but as I was going in, so check the pinky.
It's self-leveled, you can't even tell.
Okay.
Thank you. I actually really like this color. It looks milky already. But I'm gonna put a sheer white over it and let's see what we like better, okay? Okay, other hand. And this is probably the first time anybody has ever seen me do a short nail.
Yeah.
Like shorter. This is not short, but really active. I usually typically, but I do have short nail clients, you guys. I do, and I love it. But, okay, let me get this ready just in case we don't like it. Okay, let's see. See how that comes out a little color?
Yes.
Let's put on the pinky and see. I know this will be pretty too. It just depends on what look you want more. Oh, that's actually cute. I don't know. You be the decision. You make the choice. It's slightly off. One's just a little milkier.
It is. I think I like it with the white.
I do too. I really do because it makes the design on the other come out. But they're both pretty.
Yeah, they are. It's a hard decision.
So if she wouldn't have liked it, I would have just wiped it off and it would have still been tacky and I would have carried on from there. So that's kind of what I do with my clients. I put the color on and sometimes we don't know what color and I'll put a few on and we'll know from there. Okay, next hand. Okie dokie. Should I do a glitter press? Let me see really quick this hand. No, I kind of like it like this. Or do you want a shimmer pinky?
I'm fine either way, however you want to do it.
I think I like it like that. It's cute. Okay, I'm gonna go into my stain resistant. I kind of want it. Sorry. Because I think that color will tie on everything. So I'm just gonna do it on one because you have 3 and 2. I'm gonna put it on this one. Okay.
You're like a nail tech's dream client.
She is. But you know what? All my clients are like that. Like, I think you just build trust and know, like, trust what I'm gonna come up with.
I wouldn't be that way with a different tech.
Hold on, let me put a little more clear here so it'll stick a little better. Go under. Thank you. You'd be a little more controlling, like, oh no.
I wouldn't give them free license to just pick what they want to do.
Hold on. There's a little fuzz. How do I get my fuzz out? Nope, there's a fuzz that's not going to come out. There we go. So I'm putting stain resistant on her. I always do. I keep it pure hard gel pretty much, except the color, the gel color. Okay, there's another fuzz. Good thing we have lint-free wipes. Okay. Okay, go ahead and go under. Let me see this pinky. I know what happened on that one. This one had a little powder on it, and it was powdery then glitter. Okay. Go ahead under the light, and then I'll put your top coat on. Okay, that's enough seconds. 5 seconds, you could come out. I'm gonna put my top coat on all these. Where's that fuzz coming from? No, no, no. I think it's these because I usually don't polish on top of these. I should have got rid of it. But that's okay. See them? Okay, I'm going to try another approach. Let me show you my other trick, you guys. Come in here and pull it out with these. There we go. Oh, there's one more. I could see it. Okay.
I can't see anything.
You couldn't?
Look, no. I trust that you saw it. I just think it's incredible that you're able to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's still there.
Wow.
So there we go. I don't think I've dealt with one like that in a long time.
That's a good eye.
Something in the top coat or something, I wonder.
And that's why you have confidence in Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure. There we go. Yeah, what's taking me long is the fuzz. Okay, go ahead. So final cure 2 minutes. Your other one will be done before that, but I'll just get rid of all this stuff. Put all my caps on everything while she's curing. Okay, you can bring that hand out. Thank you. I still do one more step after this, you guys. Well, 2 steps. I do the little extra things while that's under there. I'm going to make sure that our top coat's not anywhere where she could feel it. So I do this every appointment. And then I go into my safety bit. Yeah, I still have seconds left over there. That's because I had fuzzes for days. So I'll come here, I'll put it like from 12, 1, 2 o'clock, and I come up and I thin out her tip. So sometimes polish adds a tiny bit of a bulk, and I just come finish them up at the end. And it's like a finished touch. Okay, let me make sure these are straight still. Oh, I like them, Kim.
They're beautiful.
They're cute, I like them. Ready for Disneyland.
Ready for Disneyland.
Yeah. I wonder how many times we've been there in our lifetime, huh?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Too many to count.
It's the greatest place on earth, especially when your grandkids are with you.
Yes.
Okay, you can bring that one out. Throw that one away. So I'll complete this on this side. And I don't know if you guys could relate to this, that sometimes when I polish my nails, I could feel something a little in a spot here. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm actually literally going sideways with her here. I'm not touching her polish job or anything like that. So, and I think this little pinky gave it an attitude. I think it's cute. Add to your little dimensions there. Let's do your free edges. Okay, let me see this real quick. Make sure this is all clean. Make sure they're straight. Okay, let me see them as a whole. I love them. I wish that was on me right now. I know I didn't put any dimension on me. This is probably the first time I've had just nude nails too filming.
Yeah.
But they've been fun. I had short for a while there.
You did.
I was using fiber gel for like a good 6 weeks. You're okay, you're popular.
Spam. That was spam.
So I hope you enjoyed this session. It was super fun. Thank you, Kim, for being a good sport and letting me do your nails. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.